Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we just finished designing the Snedgus Mark III, and we are about to take it into orbit. Hopefully. If I don't completely fail it. This should get into orbit, all things considered. The idea is stage 1 gets us into space, and maybe a little bit of circularization. Stage 2, which is of course this stage with the Terrier, its job is to circularize and get us home. Okay, so let's give this a go, shall we? Holy crap. This is quite the thrust to weight ratio. It's all good though. Go ahead and collect this. We'll need to do several orbital flights in order to get all the science. Well, we are powering through the worst of it. Once we get out of this light blue band into this more moderate blue band, then we're good. Okay, we're moving at 70 meters per second. We'll start our gravity turn at about 200 again. We're burning through our fuel real quick, though. Well, hopefully this will be enough to get us there. Okay, 200 meters per second now. And so we start our gravity turn. Okay, let's see here. So far, so good. Keep it a little bit on the conservative side since our apoapsis is still pretty low. We still have a little under about a quarter tank. Our thrust to weight is of course going up substantially as we burn fuel. Apoapsis height of 24 kilometers. We still have a little bit of time in our burn stage here. We can do a mystery goo observation, and so we shall. Okay, 50 kilometers. We need to start gravity turning a bit more aggressively. Ooh, not quite to space. Okay. Well, we'll just keep going with this. It's not most efficient right now, but apoapsis is going down. Or rather, time to apoapsis is going down. So we just want to keep burning this for now. We're not quite into space yet either, but we're burning at the horizon right now just to increase our horizontal speed rather than our vertical. And we are officially having our apoapsis in space right now. Okay. So far so good. Our circularization is not going amazingly well. Time to apoapsis is starting to go up, though. That's not the button. That's the button. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the engines. We'll try again at 1 minute. We do have a fair amount of fuel, so I think we're good. Okay, right now. We're going down, so we keep burning. We're going up. Okay. All good. Reorient. Try again at 50 seconds. Now. Okay. Try again at 45. We'll do a mystery goo observation. Actually, we'll try again at 40. Collect all. Right about now. Reorient to the horizon. Okay, it's going up. We'll try again at 30. We are now 30 seconds to the apoapsis, burning. We're going up. Try again at 20. This definitely isn't the most efficient way to get into orbit, but without doing calculations, it works. Okay, we're going down, we're going back up, just going to recover to 20, and now we can go down to 15. 15 now. Okay, that's pushing up pretty quick. So we're going to go back down to 10. There we go. Reorient a bit. 10 is going back up. Try again at 7. 7 is going up. Try again at 5. 5 is going up. Try again at 1. Okay. We're gonna do it. And we are officially in orbit. Look at that. Apoapsis, 84 kilometers. Periapsis, 75. Not my most circularized. We've got an eccentricity of 0.00636. Which is a bit unfortunate, but it's all good. So I think we want to re-enter somewhere over here. So we'll just wait until the apoapsis. Of course, we don't have any patch conics or anything. No maneuver nodes. Nothing. So that's going to be a little exciting. We do not have the fuel to go anywhere except home. We've got very little fuel left. However, our contract parameter is complete. We orbited Kerbal, and we got our milestone, so that's excellent. Let's go ahead and keep that open just for now. Our electric charge is doing fine. We should reorient to retrograde in preparation of re-entry. There we go. And now let's go ahead and warp right on around until we're at the apoapsis. We'll recorrect here in a moment. Okay, we'll be here. We'll recorrect right about now. Right on back. There we go, right there. And we'll just warp basically. Okay, we're slightly beyond the apoapsis right now. So we're just going to go ahead and do a bit of a burn here. Not much of one. Down to about 20 kilometers or so. That'll be more than enough. So we've got a little bit of extra fuel here. Should we use it on a re-entry burn? That's probably the best use for it. I mean, it's not going to be super important to do a re-entry here. But it'll be fine. Also, if you hear any noise in the background, apparently it decided to start pouring outside. So there is that. I don't know if that's coming through the mic at all, but it's kind of exciting. About as exciting as I get. So let's go ahead and bring Jeb on home, shall we? If I can stop overcorrecting due to the 4x time acceleration. There we go. We're continuing to drop. We're bleeding off speed. As you can see, our apoapsis height up here is coming down markedly. And of course, as we approach our periapsis, which we are currently 7 minutes away from, but going at 4x speed, we'll get there relatively quickly. As we approach our periapsis, we will continue to decelerate faster and faster. Okay, we are now starting to get speed effects. Going to go down to 1 speed. Going to keep waiting until we're about at 45, I think. 45 kilometers above the surface. Where are we projected to hit right now, anyway? A little bit closer than I was aiming for, but that's okay. I didn't really aim it, per se. So, it's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and redo that. Let's do that re-entry burn. Actually, looking at our heat here, let's do that re-entry burn at about 40 kilometers. Our periapsis is getting further away in terms of time because of our deceleration. Except we're accelerating, but we're not accelerating as fast as we should be. Orbital dynamics is weird. Okay. Right about now. We'll just burn off the remainder of our fuel. There we go. Detach that. Okay. And now we're on our own. Goodbye, booster. It was nice knowing you. You did your job. You got us into orbit. We're going to be landing in the desert. That'll be exciting for Jeb. He's never been to the desert. He gets to collect some sand and bring it on back. However, if he wants to collect some sand and bring it back to the KSC, we're going to need to get him down safely, which means I should pay attention to making sure that we're actually pointing retrograde, since Jeb is incapable of pointing retrograde at this juncture. After this orbital flight, he should be capable of pointing retrograde, or we could just put a mech Jeb on here and do smart ASS, which I am leaning towards doing. Also, they did new re-entry effects, and ultimately they look pretty good, the new re-entry effects. They did a lot of new particle effects in general. Ooh, we're starting to hit some turbulence here. This isn't going super well, but we're almost through the super dangerous portion. Okay, right about now we're through the super dangerous portion, and we're just into the mostly dangerous portion. There we go. Heat effects are going away. Drogue chutes will be usable momentarily. Go ahead and grab a crew report, temperature scan. Collect everything there. Drogue chutes are now usable. We'll go back up to 4x physics warp. Things can get a little wonky at 4x physics warp, though, so we're going to not be at that when we impact. We can now do our main chute, and so we shall. Okay, where... Oh, okay. We're going to be landing right here. This is a pretty good spot, actually. It's relatively flat. There's this little ridge here that we're going to be landing right next to, but hopefully we won't topple over. That's a risk with landing on planetary bodies in KSP. Well, landing on anything in KSP. But looks like we're going to be landing in a relatively flat area, so that is excellent. Here we come. Go back down to 1x time warp right before we land. And we're toppling. Okay, we're good. That can get a little dicey sometimes. We'll go ahead and do our temperature scan and our atmospheric pressure scan. Collect these. Go ahead and EVA. Get yourself some dirt. EVA report. Board. Collect all. And we'll just recover this. And we'll just recover this. There we go. It didn't want to recover. Okay, so we got ourselves 51.8 science from that. That's excellent. What can we get? We can't afford anything in this tier yet. We could get flight control, grab smart ASS. I think that is a good choice. And we'll grab stability, just to keep this a little bit more up to date. There we go. Now then, mission control. Explore the moon. Well, we'll take it. We're not going to do that immediately, though. We do have 207,000 Kerbal fun bucks, space bucks, if you will. We'll go ahead and upgrade our launch pad here so that it can support a slightly larger rocket. And also, let's take a look here. Let's start up a fundraising campaign. Reputation gains converted into money. I don't use reputation gains for anything really, so I like converting it into money. Our max commitment right now is 25%. If I can get it, hang on. There we go. Adjust the sensitivity here. Ah, yeah. Hooray for adjustable sensitivity. Yes, we want to set that up. Okay. So it's going to take 25% of our reputation gains, but it's going to yield 1,000 Kerbal space bucks for every unit that it takes. So that'll be nice. Anything else good in here? Not really. Those are all pretty terrible. We could think about upgrading our tracking station and our mission control, though. This is required for flight planning. This costs 150k. So we don't actually have enough money to do that yet. So we should try to find one of these. We can go ahead and decline probably like this speed at this altitude. We're not going to do that. Right? Wow. Gene Kerman's got this right. We're going to decline this as well. Anything else here? Nope, these are kind of terrible. Still terrible. We're losing reputation for declining this, but it's fine. Test a flea at the launch site. I mean, that's easy peasy. We'll get rid of that one too. Swivel landed. No thanks. Science data from space around Kerbin. We will take that. What else? We'll go ahead and decline this one. And this one. Observational surveys, blah, blah, blah. Rippin' pepperonis. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do these two for sure. We'll get Explore the Moon soon. However, let's go ahead and just leave behind the Snedgus Mark III for now, because we are going to be testing the flea at the launch site. Just for some free money. There we go. We'll get this done. If it loads. There we go. Work complete. And then we'll just recover that. Okay. We're now at 97,000 Kerbal Fun Bucks. And we need 150,000 for that. So many observational surveys. Don't want to do those. Temperature surveys. No. No. Please stop. Please stop, KSP. Okay, we're going to stop doing that for now. And we are going to go do the science from the area around Kerbin. We're going to open up the Snedgus Mark III. And we are going to relaunch this. However, Jeb already has his point from orbit around Kerbin. So we're going to go ahead and stick Valentina in here. Work on her XP a bit. With this nice farm quality fight. Maybe we can get her some tier pieces. That would be nice. She still needs her forset, I think. Like her normal forset. What are you doing, Valentina? Just pug it. Okay, so the sun is literally right there. And is currently going down. So we will be launching into the night side. But that's okay. Not too concerned about that. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's revert that. I I'm not entirely certain what happened there. The engine did not fire. Well, that happens in rocket science. One thing we definitely should think about doing is going into command and control and slapping on a MechJeb 2. Like I said, I'm not going to be using most of the autopilot features of the MechJeb. It's just Smart ASS is really good. So we'll go ahead and do that. Come on, MechJeb. Let's do this. Let's get into orbit. Okay, Smart ASS. Come on, MechJeb. So we're going to just switch over to kill rotation in Smart ASS. And let's see here. Let's pull up the Delta V stats window as well. There we go. Okay, stage 5, yep. It's because I wasn't throttled up, isn't it? I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot, I can't even believe it. Rippin' pepperonis. Okay, well, off we go. We're doing another gravity turn. Gravity turns are fun. And exciting. Of course, fun and exciting is my specialty. Or at least that's what I've been told. So, there is that. So we're currently going at about 90 meters per second, 100 meters per second. Our gravity turns have been really aggressive, though. But also not aggressive enough. So let's just keep going this way. Slightly. We're actually off the 90-degree mark here. See about fixing that. There we go. Oh, there we go. Now we're back on the 90-degree mark. We're just hauling on over towards the horizon. We've got a bit of rotational issues going on here. See if we can't fix that a little bit. Okay, what's our apoapsis? 24 kilometers. We are getting through the thickest part of the atmosphere. We will be heading up very shortly. Yeah, we're now at 31, 35-ish. Now 35. Okay, we're out of fuel in that stage. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we will just keep burning this, I guess. Head on over towards the horizon. I feel like our gravity turn was definitely too aggressive there, since our actual apoapsis is not very high and we're fighting atmospheric effects right now. But we are getting a lot of horizontal velocity, which is good. What is our horizontal speed right now? Yeah, most of our speed is horizontal. Well, that explains a lot. Yeah, gravity turned a little too aggressive that time. But that's okay. A suborbital flight is fine for what we're looking at. We just need to get into space. And at this rate, we definitely will. Might even make it to orbit. Let's see, 50 kilometers right now for our apoapsis. Time to apoapsis is going up. We are currently at 47 kilometers above the surface. Apoapsis is 10 kilometers above that. Okay, we're going to be hitting space right about now, cutting at about 80. Was a little late on that, actually, cutting it at 80 on the apoapsis, but that's fine. We have 6 minutes to our apoapsis, so we have lots and lots of time for our apoapsis to fall. Okay, so once it falls to about 80 or we start hitting space, that's when we're going to start trying to circularize. We are hitting some heat effects over here, but that'll go away momentarily. Should be right about now. Looks like it's the Science Junior that was overheating, but we're just about out of the atmosphere, so it's all good. We'll just reorient to be surface velocity up. There we go. Yaw, -1. There we go. And that is why I love Smart ASS. It's so good. So we are now fixed where we want to go, specifically increasing our surface velocity even further. Looks like we can go ahead and increase our time warp speed. We're going to be out of the atmosphere soon-ish. And we could do a mystery goo observation. We'll go ahead and do that. Collect all. We can do another mystery goo observation. Collect all. Excellent. Okay, we'll warp right on back up. And we are in space very, very soon. Specifically, right about now. Okay, we're going to keep warping a bit until we're about a minute away from apoapsis, right about now. Okay, we'll go ahead and pitch this back up to 90 degrees. That is way, way, way too far out. We're going to try again at about 45 seconds. Maybe even 30. Yeah, we'll try at 30. Way too much still. We're actually very, very close to being in orbit right now. We'll try at 10. 12, 11, 10, boom. Too much still. We'll try again at 5. Still too much. We'll try again at 0. Okay, we're in orbit. We can go ahead and increase our circularization a little bit. Try to get... Basically, that's nice. That's nice. Our inclination is almost 1 degree, which is a bit unfortunate, but our eccentricity of 0.00010. I like it. Overall, that's a nice orbit for being manually and basically flying blind. I'm okay with it. Our eccentricity is good. Our inclination, less good. Okay, so we need to gather some science here. Go ahead and do that. All we have to do is log this temperature, and we can just transmit this. 0% science value, but that's fine. All we need to do is recover the data for the contract, and now the contract is complete. Excellent. Okay, so next episode, we will be getting Valentina home and starting our next adventure. See you all then.